This is not a dating site. You will need to fuck ugly women anytime they ask you. Your account will be blocked if you reject someone sexually. Click here to view more photos of ugly women who... Oh, that's okay. Bị cho bổ. Cái đó nó sẽ phải thành. Attention. This is not a dating site. You will need to fuck ugly women anytime they ask. I can't stop so good, so I suggest you put it on the street. Let you know that I found two gentlemen that I really think I'm going to enjoy. And so I've asked them back to my little room, just the two. Just
Test. Everybody's out enjoying.
Test.
Yeah, we're gonna enjoy our little party right here. Yeah, yeah. Mm.
Hello, how are you? Oh, I can't hear you because you're on mute.
There's that better?
That's better.
Okay,
It
sorry.
always happens, right?
Yeah, sorry about that. I just had to find the right click to click on.
That's all right. Sometimes it disappears on us too, and it's like, okay, I know it's supposed to be in this corner somewhere. Why is it hiding?
Yeah, and if your color's not working, you got a real problem.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm speaking today, so I'm just getting everything all set up and in the
Good. I was
background
just
for
sitting watching. I'll turn off my audio so you won't hear anything, and I'll let you get back to work. Okay. Goodbye. See you
okay.
later. Bye.
See ya.
Hello, John.
Hi, Ron. How are you?
Not too bad.
Good. I missed you last week.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Missed you last week. You must have been in Guelph, were you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, spent quite a bit of time up there. But I see Lars has asked us to say something about the district assembly that was held on the weekend. So I've got to put some quick thoughts together.
Okay, go ahead. You go ahead. I'll ignore you.
they're all
I'll
up
shut
here.
myself off. I'm gonna shut myself off.
Hello, Janet.
Hello again, Janet. We got one more on for you. There should be about 12.
Hello, how are you? The
Hey,
district assembly was wonderful,
it was
wasn't
great,
it?
wasn't it? Yeah, yeah,
I quite enjoyed the how it was laid out and the quickness of it and really pertinent information shared. And there was
yeah.
no time for daydreaming or
That's
fearing
right.
that you were going to fall asleep. Like everything was very quick.
Yeah.
And every session that I went to, there was movement in it. There was a chance to get to know the other people in the district.
You can
So
have one, so you can want me to bring your soup here.
I like all your books in the background.
Oh, yep, yep. I can't resist bookstores. You know, it's an occupational hazard when Anna or I go into a bookstore. It's
Well, well, if you're, I overheard you mention that you were in Guelph. So one of my favorite bookstores in the whole entire world is in Guelph with the bookstore in Cinnamon or the
yes,
movie
yeah,
theater in Guelph.
yeah.
I always I always go there and have to choice down from 20 books that I want to get down to two. So
Yes, it, it's great. Yes, my partner's home is in Guelph. She has a home in the village by the Arboretum, if you know Guelph.
yes,
Uh,
I went to university there. So
oh, yep. Good.
yes.
In fact, you mentioned the university. One of the interesting benefits of owning a property in the village by the Arboretum is that we have, I am told, access to any of the courses at the University of Guelph,
That's really cool.
either as an observer or, seeking some qualifications. But at my stage, I'm not going to be looking for any additional qualifications. The only qualification I want is the right to live for another year. But
But you know
some,
what? It would be fascinating to go to introductory to cinema or
yeah,
introductory to art history or Canadiana history
yeah.
or
Well,
any like
history is one of our favorite topics. And half the books on my shelf here are history of one kind or another. Two massive volumes on Napoleon Bonaparte, two massive volumes on Winston Churchill or John Churchill by Winston Churchill, others on Kublai Khan, another
oh my
one on
goodness.
the 24 last hours of Robespierre, Histoire de France, and so forth. So, yeah, history looms large here.
Yep. Yep. Well, it's always good to keep the mind listening and learning and thinking
Yeah,
about things.
exactly.
So
Yes. Yeah.
that's
And
what
every
it's all
and
about.
every and every day I go through the Guardian and the Financial Times as well as the Canadian newspapers.
Ah, I do the New York Times and the Economist myself.
Yep, I read The Economist too. Yes, I agree. It's a
Yeah,
great publication.
The Economist is really interesting because it has authors from all walks
Yeah,
of different countries, right? So you get a very different perspective. Like
yes,
I think a lot
exactly.
of us don't realize how much influence is played. Like the Globe and Mail, who, who is its target's readers, and it may be swayed one way versus the other. Like, the United States, San Francisco Times versus New York Times, very different slant on the same news in
Yeah,
the same country, right?
exactly. And since Bezos took over, we can't rely on the Washington Post any longer.
No.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But it's interesting still to glance at it and figure out, okay, what's being told.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And also, do you listen to Al Jazeera?
No, I don't.
That's
Is
out
that
of
when I should be?
it's out of Doha. If you're on Rogers, it's channel 120. But again, we listen to the BBC News, we listen to PBS, and we'll listen to Al Jazeera to try and cover sort of the world, as it were. You can't believe anything you listen to, but at least you hear different perspectives.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about different perspectives and just to sort of give a scope of what's going on.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Lisa, you got it there. Excellent.
I'm
Right.
here and I'm just making sure that I can. I tried to log in as David. He's kind of our tech guru, but he's in Europe right now. And I don't know what I did, but tried so many times that I got locked out. So I'm just here as me, but I have your PowerPoint and can you guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah, we can see it. We can
Okay,
see it.
perfect. I will stop sharing it now.
Yeah, I
And
wanted you to have it as background in case that sharing rights couldn't be shared with me, and then,
I think we can. I think David has set this up so it's pretty much foolproof. Like I think
all right.
everybody
great.
can share. There's no waiting room. The meeting starts as soon as the first person logs in. Like he
Great.
he
It's great.
left
Well,
his-
I was expecting to be in the waiting room, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm there. Okay.
Were you the
Cool.
first person? I would have been here
No, I
soon, but I
wasn't.
was trying to
I
sign in
wasn't.
as David.
I
So,
signed in as myself
great.
too, they said, but it just popped up.
Yeah.
And Jen and I are on there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just like to be early, that's all.
Well, that's good. Early is good. And having said that, now I just need to pull up my notes for today. I'm sorry, I'm a little okay, so today is the
14th.
14th. Okay, so Nilam hopefully is doing reflection. I'm introducing you, Janet, but I'm
Okay.
pretty much just gonna give two sentences because that's pretty much all I have. So I'll let you kind of explain more about who you are.
Yes. Yes, of course. Of course, because I didn't send you a bio script or anything like
Yeah,
that. So
I like it better when people introduce themselves anyway.
They
I
get
mean,
it, and if they don't get it correct, that's fine. We don't know the difference.
it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could lie
all
our
good.
faces off. Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna tuck that
Pretend that
over.
we're somebody else.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
We have a member who will probably be on in a few minutes who won an award, a King Charles Award for something. So now Lars calls him Sir
This is
Charles.
that's
Somebody
all
turned to me at the meeting last week and said, "Is he really knighted? Is he really Sir Charles?" I went, no, we just tease him about it. But you know what? If you want to adopt an honorific that you don't, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. We have a member in our club that has a title that you send away for. It's a free title and you get it. So he's like Sir something of some Scottish Isle. It's like, okay,
I've
great.
seen that. You buy like this much land, you pay for like this, and then they knight you or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
You have to be a landowner in order to have it, but you can own this much.
ah,
yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I think Peter did. So it's fascinating that way.
Well, it would
And
be
he always
funny.
He
Sorry.
always signs off that way, which
Oh, really? Like I could see that family members doing that to each other as kind of a joke, or for each other as kind of a joke, but
yeah, yes, indeed, indeed. So how many members usually come onto the Zoom meeting?
uh
20 maybe.
Depends
around
on the week,
20
I suppose.
usually.
Excellent.
And the challenge is that when we used to do Zooms during COVID, it was 12:15, and I'm having a little trouble shifting to 12 o'clock. And so there may be some people like me who kind of slide in last minute, but that's fine.
All good.
Janet.
Good.
Hi, Janet. Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Fine. How are you doing?
I'm good this Wednesday.
So nice to see you.
I know this is a great opportunity to share the project. So I'm pleased
Yeah.
that you invited me and got this in the works. So thank
Oh,
you.
thank you. Thank you accepting it.
Yes. Yes, we have to organize another sewing event in the future.
We did already, Janet, 28 October.
Oh, yes, that's right. That's right. See, I have so many dates in my head that it's like I'm
No,
sitting here going like,
I know.
yes. I'm going to look it up on my calendar right now to make sure that it's in there, but I'm pretty sure it is. As soon as I said that, I said, I think I already have a date. Yes. Okay. Awesome.
It is confirmed now.
Yes, the 18th.
Oh,
Yes,
18.
the
So
18th,
I
the
just make
18th
sure
of
I
October, because the
18.
district conference is the other weekend after.
Oh, so I see. October 18 then.
Yes, because
Okay.
the 28th is a Tuesday.
Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. So maybe I'm missing it because I'm not on my calendar at the moment. So it is true then. It is 18.
Yes,
Yeah.
18th. That's what I have you in on.
What's
We can change
happening?
it too, but the 18th is what we have.
Okay. Approved.
Happening that day?
It's all good. All good. Yes.
What's happening that day?
Oh, Janet, what's happening?
A bunch of eager Rotarians are going to come together and we're going to cut fabric and sew circles up to make reusable menstrual kits for young women in the Dominican Republic so that they can go to school and they don't have to quit school and be pregnant by the time they should be graduating from public school. So we're going to be changers of that awful system and
I
do
see.
good to help kids stay in school.
Mhm.
And Walter, you can
Excellent.
come and help too, because we need people to mark circles on the fabric to get that fabric cut out. It's not just a female thing. Men are more than welcome to help out as well.
I don't have to test them then.
No, no. You know what? The thing is, the fabric that they're made of makes them work. So it doesn't matter how poorly they're sewn together, they will work. So it's all about coming together and working on the project. And the neat thing that happens with the project too is there's a whole lot of fellowship that goes on because we get a bunch of Rotarians together, and we all know when Rotarians get together, they talk and they discuss other projects and they discuss things that are going on in the community, and things get done.
Can I ask how many, first, how large the circles are and how many do you need?
Ooh, millions.
So the circles are approximately 9 3/8 inches wide.
approximately.
Approximately, but they shrink down because we sew around them a 1/4 inch seam and then we turn them inside out and then we sew them again. So their end size is about 8.5 inches if they're sewn really, really nicely.
And how big is
Sometimes they're
the
sometimes they're
bolt?
not circles. Sometimes they're a little off, but they still work. And our goal is our original goal was 200 kits going to girls in the region. But I'll tell you numbers later on in my presentation. But this year, our hope is to get 400 kits out to girls.
And how wide is the bolt of fabric that they're cut from?
Oh, you're an engineer, aren't you?
I am actually.
So it depends on how it's purchased or donated to us. So usually the width of the fabric's about 54 inches, give or take.
Oh,
And
Vinizi's
sometimes
showing
that,
you, Ron.
Oh,
and
okay. I don't have.
Are you seeing
sometimes
it?
that
Just hold on. I'm
sometimes
not on
that
the right
is
view.
on a sometimes it's on a bolt singled rolled. It's not processed onto what you see in the fabric stores, and it's folded in half and it's on a cardboard board. It depends on how we get it. Like if I can go directly to Fabricland supplier and order it from their head office, it will come to me on a big, huge 54-inch bolt that I put in my car rather than the half bolt
But what I'm
folded over. And
fishing
yeah.
for, and what wouldn't be for this time, but in the future, if this fabric could be laser cut, because
Oh my
circles.
God. It would hours and hours of work. We just have to figure out um, a machine or a way that a machine can be set up and stored and the fabric goes through. The other issue is I get fabric donated by like different ways. And so I'll get cutoffs, I'll get old quilters that, had a stash. And so it comes to me in many different sizes. So setting up a laser machine, it sounds great at the beginning, but then you have to figure out, okay, how am I going to put these smaller pieces of fabric through the machine and set it up, make it foolproof. And then, sometimes fabric has different
Area.
stretchabilities. So it might feed, like good fabric might feed better than some warpy flannelette stuff. Being a sewer, fabric is not a it's qualities are not always constant. So that adds a issue, right? Like I would love to find something like a Cricut machine that I could feed through. Um, but the Cricut machine and its cutting blade, like that's just a frustrating disaster, right? Because it's just not set up right. Like my son actually is a coder, and for his project for college, they had to code a machine that would cut out a sticker that was essentially a hamburger, right? Like, and my husband keeps going, you need to get your son making a machine that you just sit in the living room and you can just bolt through. And it's like, I know, but my son's not interested. I need to find other people like you, Ron, to help me figure out how to make this machine.
Be happy to talk
So-
to
So
you.
you start working on that for me. I
For
would
those
love
of
it.
you who are joining in, wondering what we're speaking about, Janice was just telling us a bit about, Janet and Gamizi about the sewing day that they're having in October to sew feminine hygiene products for the young women in the Dominican Republic. And you're going to hear more about that shortly. I think I'm going to get started now since we're past 12 o'clock and we've got a good group. Welcome everyone to our meeting on May the 14th. We have a guest with us today, Dylan, who is our district graduate scholar. He's originally from Toronto, and he is currently working in Switzerland. And when after our speaker, when we start the business part of the meeting, I'd like to turn the floor over to Dylan for a few minutes to discuss what he's up to. Does that work for you, Dylan?
Yeah, that sounds great. Thanks, Lisa, and nice to
Okay.
meet you all.
Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Okay, I gotta jump in here because Dylan, I'm not gonna remember, but you were in my grade 4 class.
Ah, Mr. Frost.
Yes.
Of course I remember. Wow, great to see you.
Oh, that is so cool. It would just start
Yeah.
singing. It's a small world now.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow, amazing.
I don't see Nilam on the call. And so once again, I will give a off the cuff reflection, unless somebody else wants to say something and to reflect on today. Does anyone have a burning topic? Well, I guess today I'll just talk about gratitude because this is my favorite time of year. I love it when the trees start to leaf out and the spring flowers start to come in. We have 2 magnolias down the street on either side of the street across from each other. One's white and one's pink. And last couple of days they have been spectacular. The other thing that's spectacular this time of year, of course, is the pollen. Some of you may be aware of that as well. But I think it's important for us as we go about our day-to-day just to look at things like daffodils or primulas or a gorgeous tree and be grateful that we live where we live and we get to appreciate these things. So that's my thought for today. I am now going to introduce our speaker, and I hope I don't butcher the pronunciation of your last name, Janet. Thorstensen.
Thorstensen, you're doing great.
Thorstensen. Okay. So Janet is a member of the Whitby Sunrise Rotary Club. And she's going to talk to us today about a WASH project in the Dominican Republic. And I didn't mention this to you, but I have a bit of a personal connection to that part of the world. My mother is a retired nurse, for years and years, she did volunteer medical missions around the world. And she took me on a mission to Consuela, something like that. Anyway, in that area of the Dominican Republic, in a sugarcane town, and we distributed eyeglasses for 2 weeks. So I have a fondness for the area. So I'm really happy to hear what you're going to say. And I'm turning the floor over to you.
Okay, I'm going to share my presentation. And I'm going to start my presentation. So I'll introduce myself that I am a team member of the International Dominican Republic project in the DR. I'll give you a little background. This project is not new. This project has been going on since 1998 under the direction of our Rotary Club, and particularly Mr. Bob Jarvis and his partner, Margaret Jarvis. So just in the last, whoa, stop. It's going too fast here. Last year, we took over the project and we went down to the DR as a team, and we brought 16 people with us over 5 weeks. Let me find the button to go ahead. Here it is.
Oh,
And
no,
we
wait a
were
second.
there
You're
for-
not sharing. Hang on a second. So why don't
Ah,
hang on. I will, let me share. See if that
okay.
helps.
See, I knew something was going to happen.
Okay,
This
share.
always happens, right? So I will go back to my
Okay.
Zoom so that I can see you guys.
Yep.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me go back to your front. Let's
Yeah.
go to slideshow from the
And I'll just
beginning.
have to say to you, click.
Okay,
Great.
I can do that.
Good.
Okay, so this is not a new project. So Heather Kent from the Rotary Club. Oh, it's got transitions on. That's what's going on. Anyway, we went down. 16 people went down over 5 weeks' time. And in that time, we put in, we'll click to the next slide. 5 weeks. We put in 40 new solar lights. And why do we do that? Click to the next one there. It's an important part of our project because it provides light in the evening of darkness, prevents injuries and burns, of course, opportunity to finish homework, and provides social time, and it in fact lowers pregnancy. It also serves as a means for us to get to know the people in the villages and assess what their needs are. By
Oh,
doing
sorry.
that,
Sorry.
that's okay. By doing that, we find out about medical issues, we find out about education issues, we find out about really what is going on in the community. And as Rotarians, it's always great to have an idea of what you want to do to help people, but it's really important to listen to them and for them to tell you what they need. And they have been telling us they need reliable light. So, this year we did so many repairs. We've been going down since 1998. We've been doing the solar lights since about 2011, 2012. And over time, wire disintegrates with sunlight on the wiring and stuff. So we ended up doing many, many repairs this year, which can be frustrating if you're a person that had a solar system and it wasn't working, and to get a new solar light. So we were happy about that. And you know what? There's transitions going on and it's flipping all over the place, which is aggravating.
Sorry,
So I just
it's
apologize for
doing it
that.
on its own. I can maybe go back if you want. No.
So anyway,
Oh, there we go.
let's-
Here. Here. I can do it with my finger. Sorry.
Okay, so let's click forward to the clothing. So not only do we do solar lights, we also donate clothing to these people. Who we serve is the displaced sugarcane workers around the area of Casuelos. They live off of $3 a day, and just like